Hello, Nigerians from across the 36 states of the Federation. It is just a couple of days to the 25th February 2023 general elections. And as wind of change of power sets to blow in the nation's presidency and the National Assembly, we here at VOS TV Nigeria will continually to update you on information on the election as they unfold. And today we are going to be taking a look at a very important topic: the menace of vote buying and the lingering Naira scarcity. But just before we do that, let's take a look at the tidbit segments of the program. And first on the tidbit segments of the program, the African Democratic Congress, ADC, recently endorsed the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi.
We share philosophy and manifesto with Mr. Peter Obi in the area of education, women, health, youth policies, as well as traditional institutions and traditional rulers and culture. Fits my idealistic pluralism of a leader with conscience who will hear the voices of the aged, vulnerable groups and physically challenged. He remains our preferred candidate.
And still talking endorsements, the member representing Yagba Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Leke Abejide, a member of the African Democratic Congress, endorsed the candidacy of the ruling of Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And on a sad note, 8 students of Madonna University, Okija in Port Harcourt, traveling to Taraba State for the general elections, were involved in a ghastly accident that claimed their lives. And now talking the topic of discourse, as the election approaches, political bigwigs, irrespective of party divides, both from the ruling of Progressives Congress and the opposition parties, are deliberating on general scarcity ahead of the elections. They are raising probing questions on why the CBN and the federal government refused to yield to the Supreme Court's interim injunction suspending the deadline for the old notes of the redesigned currencies to cease to function as legal tenders. Take a look.
We have resolved as follows: that we urge the Attorney General of the Federation and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to respect the Supreme Court's order of interim injunction, which is still assisting. That the meeting is urging His Excellency, Mr. President, to intervene in resolving the issues that are causing these great difficulties to the people and to the economy.
Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says for the first time, Nigerians will go to poll without financial inducement. The head of voter education of the commission in Rivers State, Mankosulu, stated this at a roundtable on the roadmap to a credible and violence-free 2023 general elections held this Monday. Let's take a short break. When we return, we'll take a look at the discussion segments of the program. Don't go away. Good to know that you're still there. Today we are going to be taking a look at a very important topic: the menace of vote buying and the lingering Naira scarcity in the country. I will not be doing this all alone in the studio. I have here with me Black Ologududu, a colleague of mine. Hello, Black. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you, my great journalist.
You're welcome. Okay. So, Black, you see, in time past, elections in the country have been characterized with vote buying, financial inducements of the electorate, to buy their conscience. What's your view on that? How do you see that?
Thank you, Mr. Jude Aweke. Thank you, listeners. As Nigeria is concerned, vote buying is like a culture in our political affairs. If you look at it critically, you understand that vote buying, we are used to vote buying. It's like without vote buying, election will not survive. It's like without vote buying, we are not doing the right thing. It's like without vote buying, we are not in the right position to carry out our franchise as an individual or as a citizen. Vote buying is like a car without fuel. It will not move. But once you put fuel inside a car, you start your engine, it will surely move. So we are used to vote buying in Nigeria. And secondly, there is hunger in town. Few days back, I discussed with a woman. I was inside the bus. They didn't know I'm a journalist or what. They were saying that if any party can give me 10,000 naira, I will not vote my conscience. I will vote for the party. And I asked the woman, Mama, are you serious of what you are saying? I said, my pikin, yes, I'm very sure. I was like, vote buying. Even election is at the corner. People have been saying different things. So, vote buying is our culture as Nigeria is concerned. We are used to vote buying.
Okay. So, apart from hunger, which you just mentioned,
Yes.
what other factors actually account for this problem that we're facing in this country? Vote buying, financial inducements of the electorate.
See, there are a lot of factors that is attached to vote buying in Nigeria. One of the factors which I mentioned earlier is hunger. Then secondly, the politicians. Nigerian politicians, they are like an army officer that go or went for war. What do you expect? They want to win a battle. So you will use what you have to win the battle. I think you understand my point. Are you getting my point? You will use what you have to win and get what you need. So the Nigerian politicians have seen that the citizens, the only way that they can use to address the issue is to be involved in vote buying. I get my point now. Now, thirdly, the INEC officials as well. They need to be checked critically. Not just to check, but critically. Then, the media as well. They have a role to play. The forcemen, the security personnel, they also have a role to play. So, vote buying, everybody is involved in vote buying, my brother, my sister. The INEC need to be checked.
Okay, pardon,
Okay.
let me cut you short.
No problem.
Just before we get to modalities to forestall
Okay.
a reoccurrence of this menace, let me quickly ask this. With this Naira scarcity, problem that we're facing in this country, occasioned by the Naira redesign policy of the CBN, do you think that it will still be possible for vote buying to replay, to reoccur?
Naira scarcity, I'm not sure it's going to affect elections per se. It will not affect politicians, but it will affect the citizen. That is why you see that they destroy banks, protest everywhere, and few days to hear, few days we have election. It's not affecting politicians. It is the citizen that will suffer it.
But if you say it's not affecting politicians, you see the politicians, the gladiators, the political actors, they are all lamenting this policy by the CBN, that is causing Naira scarcity. So if it is not affecting them, why are they now, crying? Why are they lamenting?
Let us be truthful to ourselves. Why is it now you see them going together for a meeting, round table, saying, no, CBN is this, CBN is that? they are not fighting for the citizens. They are fighting for what? For their own court.
Yeah, trying to.
Now, listen, sorry, my journalist, sorry. Remember during NSAS, where are these governors? Where are they? Now that they see that this thing is affecting them one way or the other, it's not that it's affecting them, it's just affecting them 20% out of 100. But it's affecting the masses 100%. I get my point now. So they're now running up and down, scatter, see the way they can rub mind with CBN, rub mind with the president, rub mind with those that are involved in this Naira policy.
So you think, even despite the Naira scarcity problem,
Yeah.
there's still going to be financial inducement of voters in this coming election?
They'll be vote buying. This is Nigeria.
But we hear the INEC saying that Nigerians will go to poll in this coming election without financial inducement for the first time. It means it has been occurring before now. Okay, so what is the way forward? How can we address this as the election approaches? What do you think relevant stakeholders, the actors, the key players, the political parties, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and other actors in the electoral process should do to contain financial inducements, vote buying in this coming election?
We need to bring in people that are honest so that the system can work. In a process whereby out of 100%, 85 are not being truthful. The remaining 15, what are they going to do? There's no way they can strive. They will say, if you can't join them, you what? If you can't beat them, you join them. That is what is playing here in Nigeria. But if you can't join them, run for your life. It's politics. It's deep. But the only solution, other solution which I know that they can put into practice is to be involved in technology. And the politicians themselves, they still have their own boycotts, whereby they have hackers everywhere. Go to Russia, China, Japan. Their technology have gone far compared to Nigeria's system of technology. Bring in new ideas. Bring in people that you know that can work and bring something new to the table. Then, secondly, the security personnel. They need to check them very well. The citizen must not depend on politicians for them to survive. What do I say? Let me repeat myself. The citizen must not depend on politicians for them to survive. Who is politician? You elect them in the office to work for you in return. But what we see here, the system change. You elect them in, they will come and flog you. It's funny. So the citizens supposed to know their rights. Then, majorly, the media, I'm only saying it, the media should feed back the people with the right information. They said that the journalists are the watchdog of the society. Are they really doing their work? Are they telling the people the right information? So the journalist, the media house, the citizen, security personnel, everybody is supposed to be involved.
INEC inclusive.
INEC inclusive. They're supposed to be involved.
Okay, thank you. The time is fast ticking. We've been discussing the menace of vote buying, financial inducements during election, and the lingering Naira scarcity in the country. So far, my guest, Black Olugududu, has profiled that the relevant actors, the stakeholders, the key players, INEC, the political parties, the media, the people must synergize to put a stop to the menace of vote buying. And so far, that's where we're going to wrap up the program on Nigeria Decides. This journal subsequently for other information as they unfold on the election. We'll continue to update you on information as they unfold here on VOS TV Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.